Hi everyone, welcome back to Leicester City in the Community's virtual camps. My name's Andy, I'm a Primary Stars coach, and today I have 5 techniques for you to try, 5 goalie techniques, 5 different ways for you to save the ball. And the best part about them is you can do it with a partner or by yourself. If you have a partner, then they can throw or volley or shoot the ball from the floor at you. But if you're by yourself, that's also okay. You can throw or volley or shoot against the wall so it rebounds back to you. Just be sure that there's no windows or anything that you'll damage or anything around you can hurt yourself on. So before we start, we need to warm up. So I've got a fun warm-up challenge for you to try. Okay, then our warm-up is in 3 parts and we're going to put them all together to be one continuous challenge. Our first bit is going to be around the waist, both ways, through the legs, both ways, front and back, and front and back swaps. So we're going to do each one 3 times without dropping it. So if you drop it, start again. How quickly can you do it? So I'll have a go. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, other way, 1, 2, 3, through the legs, 1, 2, 3, other way, 1, 2, 3, front and back, 1, 2, walk, 3, and catch it. So have a go, and once have a few goes, once you feel ready and warmed up, then try my challenges. Thing before we start, that's how we stand in the goal when we're facing our shots, our goalie set position. So I'm going to stand roughly shoulder width apart with my knees slightly bent, on my toes, leaning forward. Now my hands can go wherever's comfortable. It could be here or here, wherever you feel most comfortable. The most important thing is your nose is over your toes. That way when you dive, you can dive forward and you're less likely to dive backwards into your goal. So, on my toes, knees slightly bent, hands where they're comfortable, nose over my toes. The goalie set position. Okay then, our first technique is the W technique. We use our W technique when the ball or the shot is at our chest or above in this area. So we're going to go from our goalie ready position, we're going to make a W with our hands, and then the rest of our fingers. This is what we're going to look like. So when I've caught the ball from the back, I can see my hands firmly on the ball with my thumb stopping it. Now then, if the ball is a really powerful shot, it might slip through my hands. So I will stretch out this way for a W, and it goes through my hands here. It's going to end up in the goal. So I want to make sure I use 2 barriers. So a barrier is something or body part that stops the ball. So in this case, my hands would be the first barrier. But to prevent it going in the goal, I'm going to step across, and my chest is going to be the second barrier. So the W technique looks like this. From my goalie ready position, I get my first barrier of my hands, but if it's really powerful and goes through, the second barrier, my chest will stop the ball. If it does go to the side and we have to get our first barrier across, make sure we get our second barrier across too. So we get across, that's going to come through. or if it goes to the other side, I'll get both barriers across. Okay, the second technique is the cup or the basket technique. You're going to use this technique when the shot is below your chest but above your waist, so this kind of area. From the goalie ready position, I'm going to turn my arms in, and my arms are my first barrier, and my chest, my tummy rather, is my second barrier. What's really important here is I hug the ball, give the ball a big hug, so that if another player pushes you or you knock into somebody, you're not going to drop it. So really hug the ball. So this is what the cup or the basket technique looks like. From our goalie ready position, really hug the ball. But if it goes to the side, from goalie ready position, we're going to get across and hug the ball. Or to the other side, and hug the ball. Okay, the third technique is called the long barrier, or the scoop technique. We're going to use this technique when the ball is rolling along the floor. From my goalie ready position, I'm going to turn my body in towards the ball. So I've got my hands spread out with a long barrier. I'm going to do it towards the ball. I want my hands behind the ball, because if I go on top or in front of the ball, I might push it through. So I'm going to go behind the ball, but if it does get through the first barrier, my second barrier is my legs and the gap here. The gap can be, there can be a bit of a gap, as long as it's not so wide that the ball goes through. It doesn't have to be so narrow that your heel is touching your knee. Just big enough so it's comfortable, but the ball can't go through. So behind it. And if it's a really powerful shot and you feel that it's going to knock you over, then you might want to scoop it forward onto your chest and hug it again. So this is what the long barrier, the scoop looks like. From my goalie ready position, turn my knees behind the ball and bring it in. If it goes to either side of me, I'm going to bend my knee towards the ball. So if it goes this way, I'm not going to bend this knee, I'm going to go towards it. From my ready position, I'm going to move across and then towards it. Or if it goes this way, I wouldn't bend this way. From my ready position, I'll go, if it goes this way, I'm going to move towards the ball. fourth technique is a low diving save. So we're going to use this technique when the ball's rolling along the floor, but too far for me to use the long barrier. So from the same goalie ready position, I want you to think like a spring. Like you're going to coil up really small and then dive along to the ball. You want one hand on top and one hand on the back. My hand on the back along the floor is the train. Now the train stops the ball, and the one in the air is the plane. The plane secures the ball, but you're going to do it at the same time. So if you were on this side, I'll coil up like a spring, train in a plane, top and bottom. You could also use an L for your low diving save. You're going to coil up down the L and spring along the L. Because if you're falling down, the ball might go underneath you. So if you go down and out, it is more likely to hit your chest. So from your goalie ready position, coil along, trading the plate. Or from this side, goalie ready position, coil along the L, trading the plate. Final technique is how we catch the ball when the ball is above my head. So this might be from a cross or a corner or a free kick, anything above my head. So firstly, I'm going to start the ball out there. Instead of standing facing the ball, I'm going to turn in a bit, side on, so I can see the ball and everyone else in here. So I'm standing, this is my ready set position. See the ball and everyone over here. I'll get the rest of them here. So the good thing about being a goalie is we can use our hands. So when the ball comes up, we want to catch the ball as high up as we can. If we catch the ball up here, it's far above any of the other players. They're not going to be able to get it. We can reach above their head. So from my set position, where I can see the ball and all the other players, I'm going to run out, the ball's up here, and catch it really high above everybody else's head. As you're coming through the ball, it's really important that you lift one of your knees, the knee that's closest to the other team. So if I'm coming from this side, side on, I'm going to come out and I'm going to jump with this knee up. If I was coming from this side, my knee would come this way. The reason being, it gives you a bit of an added spring to jump really high, and if anybody runs into you, you're a bit more well protected. So, from my goalie ready position, watch the ball, it's going to come up, and I catch it. With this knee up on this side. From the other side, I'm going to lift this leg. Cross, and I get it. Now then, if the ball's coming really high and you know you're going to come and try and catch it, to let your teammates know, then you're going to either shout your name as loud as you can, or you're going to shout keepers. So you'll say keepers and come and catch it. they were my 5 goalie techniques that you can do at home with a partner or by yourself. Have a good go, record yourself, see how you get on, and remember that you can tune in tomorrow at the same times for more Leicester City in the Community virtual camps.